We find ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. A moment ago, through a shower of pyrotechnics, it was the hometown Broncos taking the field as they get set to do battle with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Brandon McManus to kick off for Denver.
The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. And as we see so frequently... Here in Colorado, that one over the end line, so it'll come out to the 25. And some room to maneuver. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. It's a gain of 35. So that about the shortest pass a quarterback can make, but it winds up going for a bundle.
Yeah, let's face it, in the stats, it sure looks like a heck of a throw, doesn't it? It's almost like in baseball when you get that little Texas leaguer that turns into a double. You would think that you hit it off the wall. Big-time play for him on a short little pass.
14 yards there and a Buccaneer first down.
Buccaneers.
The mic. Watch the pass. Watch the pass. Here we go.
Here's Ronald Jones, first carry for the USC man. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. From the gun, it's Brady. He finds his tight end, Howard. That's complete. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be 3rd down.
That was impressive to me because while it was a pass play, they still rallied to the football like they were filling running lanes, and they were able to put the receiver on the ground.
They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. 3rd and long. Shotgun now for Brady. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
Wait, that 53. So we got man. Check 24.
On the ground with a tight end. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown Buccaneers. Rob Gronkowski, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Bucs take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. The point after is good, and it's now a 7-0 game.
Pinion to kick off.
And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. That'll be taken about a yard deep, and this will come out to the 25 as Hamler elects not to return it.
Their own 25-yard line.
Bridgewater on first down. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off at the 24. Then he will bring this across midfield to the 49-yard line. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
So some holding over on the left side of that O-line.
And I know for the guys trying to move those big defensive people, they'd love for them to stay in one spot. But they move around so quick and so fast that sometimes you just have to grab them.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Here's Brady. This into the hands of his running back, Ronald Jones. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. It's a big play, yet amazingly, because of how far they had to go, they're still looking at a second down here.
Brings up second down at the 40-yard line.
Wait, 20. Safe.
On the counter, here's Jones. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Working from the gun, it's Brady. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 12. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Broncos take over 1st and 10.
Well, look, we're watching a quarterback here that's obviously been around for a long time. That's a throw he wishes he had back.
He certainly does, but as you well know, this is a guy that's used to taking a few chances, used to fitting it into tight windows. These are throws that he's made before. Didn't happen to get it completed in this case.
And he'll be taken down, losing yardage back at the 9-yard line.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Out of the gun, Bridgewater. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down.
Jordan Whitehead on the tackle. It's a gain of 8. Makes it 3rd and 5.
Sometimes I need a check. Not just sneakers, but the ones that make you watch your step. He changed name. How about your respect? You're the morning when I get expecting up the back. In fact,
You gonna see me in your nightmare.
From the gun, Bridgewater. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. 33 yards that time.
He was not the primary target. They expected to get the ball downfield. Instead, checked it down. An old coach of mine used to say to us all the time, when they check it down, that should end the down. In this case, though, he foiled that in a big way and turned it into a big play.
The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10.
45.
On play action, it's Bridgewater.
Let's bring it.
And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about.
That's the reason we ball for. Circle round twice.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. They go play action. Bridgewater. Blitz coming, and down he goes. The sack by the Super Bowl champion and Pro Bowler Jason Pierre-Paul.
If Jason Pierre-Paul just manages to stay on the field and play 16 games, we could have double-digit sack numbers and then some, because over his first 2 seasons in Tampa Bay, 21 sacks, earned himself a new contract, but hasn't been fully healthy. If Jason Pierre-Paul is that guy, look out. We'll see more plays as we just saw there.
K.J. Hamler, the intended receiver, but now it'll be 3rd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. Open man, he completes it to Judy. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. 14 yards is the pickup there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a 1st down.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. A tale of 2 extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive, followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
Here we go. 35's the mic. Let me go.
On 2nd and 7, Brady on the screen, Bernard. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down.
1st down.
After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports.
With the score, Buccaneers 7, Broncos 3.
Oh, here we go. Oh, 35's the mic.
Brady now on 1st down. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. It was Von Miller who shot in there to get him down.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
A few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. Going deep this time for Miller. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line. They set themselves behind the chains, trying to get it all back in one play, and it backfired.
Didn't it feel like a pitcher working his way into a 3-0 count, right? You're behind. What do your coaches always tell you? Get it back one pitch at a time. In this case, they tried to get it back right away, and it didn't work out.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. It's Devin White, the linebacker. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
1st and 10.
That was just one of those interceptions from our perspective here. We got a good view at the 50-yard line mid-level that quarterback and receiver were not on the same page.
Just by his reaction, I'm talking about the quarterback, he expected something different from his receiver, whether he expected him to break in, out, deeper, shorter. They'll determine that on the sideline. But bottom line, you could see that he thought he'd be in a different spot, except the defender was not his intended target.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 20-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. And here's the 7th leading rusher in the NFL last year. It's Leonard Fournette. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave him with a 3rd down and 6 to go. Operating from the gun, Brady. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete.
Complete to Gio.
They get 9 yards there, and they get a first down.
9 yards.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Now a first carry for Giovanni Bernard. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, second down.
No gain on
so nothing there that time, and maybe you need to look to the O-line. They weren't able to create any space.
No, they weren't, and you know as well as I do, as many offensive line coaches we've ever met, I think that'll be addressed loud.
Oh, he can't get away, and Brady will go down. Von Miller able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
Well, that's the second time they've gotten to Brady, and you've got to do it a variety of ways. You want your regular pressure. Sometimes you have to bring extra. But in this case, they got to him, and that just doesn't happen very often.
It's a rarity. He's just such a veteran. His pocket presence so good. But, hey, tip of the cap to the D. And he's got a man. It's the tight end Howard complete. 3rd and 19, no problem, as they're able to convert.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target, and he didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius, understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball, and puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
Brady's throw there complete. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
To Antonio Brown. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the Broncos' 49-yard line.
Wait, 20. You can't hang. He's not going to get me.
Now a carry for Bernard. And he'll be down close to the first down marker as he gets this to the Broncos' 41.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Watch the run. You don't want none, baby. You don't want none. Hey, you don't want to see.
On 1st and 10, here's Brady. Man open left side is Brown. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 20-yard line. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
Wait, 380. I got you. Strong right. Out. 3 down. Check. Crunch. Hey, check it.
And he will score. Touchdown, Tampa Bay.
Complete to Chris.
A 20-yard touchdown. And the Buccaneers here finding a way to stretch their lead. Just a great individual effort there to take that pop pass and scamper off into the end zone.
And that's why offenses love that play partner, because that gives them a chance to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers with a full head of steam behind them. It's often like a track relay. Legs 2, 3, and 4. That first guy steaming ahead, and he just hands it to you, and you get a chance to take off and go before you even get the baton.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
5-yard line.
Sometimes I need a check.
Right there, 54 Mike. Let's go. Let's get this ball back for the offense.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half.
24-yard line.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32.
33, the ball carrier.
But you've got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a second and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to third and manageable with that run.
And the Bucs with an extra defender in the secondary now on third down. Bridgewater. He's got his tight end Fant. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
Noah Fant was a first-round pick in 2019, and he was picked because of his receiving skills. Had 40 catches in his rookie season for 562 yards.
Oh, and Bridgewater intercepted for the third time. It's Devin White, the linebacker. And the return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line.
First and 10.
So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half. And you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest. We're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next series?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here. But he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they've got to weigh things about who's behind him. Do they think he can snap it back into gear? Maybe change up the play calling to help him out a little bit.
23 yards on the pickup there and a first. So first and 10 now from the 30. Now Brady. Open man is Howard, the tight end. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. First down Tampa Bay there, a gain of 13.
Tampa Bay.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Godwin's got it. Touchdown Tampa Bay.
Number 14, Chris Godwin.
Chris Godwin with his second touchdown here in this first half as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. So 3 drives, 3 touchdowns, and they're a PAT from going up 21-3.
And there's no doubt in my mind, you're liking what you're seeing so far, aren't you?
It's been unbelievable. Like a well-oiled machine, if you will.
What's really tough, though, that defense, they're leaping the shadows at this point. They don't know which way to go. They're being hit in every direction, and they have no answers thus far.
Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
Throwing again on second down. Bridgewater. That'll be caught by the rookie, K.J. Hamler. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another first and 10. Bridgewater now. And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack. Shaquille Barrett, credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. Now a signal and a timeout call as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Another try after the first down sack. Bridgewater. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
For Noah Fant, incomplete. He was covered by Antoine Winfield.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Final play of the half, Bridgewater. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he can only get this to the 42-yard line, and that is not near enough. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Bradley Inion to kick off for Tampa Bay.
It'll be the Broncos getting the football first in this second half as they trail, and we are back underway. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
Here we go, D. Hey, it's just me.
They'll start the third quarter here on the ground. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving.
And I think the ball's out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down. Here's Bridgewater. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
That's another Broncos
play fake. Bridgewater escaping the pressure right. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep over the middle. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off inside the 5. And the return just out across the 15 to the 16-yard line. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the third quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing. They're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
And Brady going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 20. And they'll be at the 18-yard line. Great field position here in the red zone.
First and 10.
They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the third quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one. It'd be hard to say that a defense wouldn't be ready for a first down run. When you can gain that kind of yardage against a defense that's really kind of geared to stop that play, your confidence has to rise, and now you've actually opened up your playbook. If you want to throw the ball now for play action, you're good to go.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. This will be caught just inside the 10. And they'll get him down short of the first down, right on the 10-yard line.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. And he's not going to get the first. I don't even think he made it back to the line of scrimmage. He needed a couple, but he didn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. And the Buccaneers defense holds, and they get the football back. Brady and the Bucs now with a 1st and 10 at their own 11. And he'll begin the drive with a give to Jones. And he'll be taken down, losing yardage back at the 9-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
35's the Mike. Watch the run, watch the run.
Mike 35, Mike 35. No gain on this defense, no gain. Rush in.
On 2nd and 12, Brady. He sets up the screen to Jones. And he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss there. Now 3rd and 14. Now that screen there on second down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there, because trying is one thing. We can second guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize it is broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air, and you come back and try and pick up the first down on 3rd down. That way you don't lose any yardage.
That's caught by Howard. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call. Now a first down carry by Jones. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. That is now 19-yard gains on back-to-back plays.
And this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here, because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
From midfield, here's Brady. And this one caught by Cameron Brate. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos 36. Brady to his tight end Brate for the Tampa Bay first. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Throwing quickly, that's caught by Brown out wide. Not much there, only a yard. That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 22-yard line.
Tampa Bay.
Now Brady again. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay.
Touchdown, Tampa Bay.
Scotty Miller there to make the grab. And the Bucs are going to add on to their lead. And they open the lead up now to 25 points.
Makes the score Buccaneers 28. Broncos 3.
Following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Their own 25-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go-around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach, because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. And now here is another interception. Antoine Winfield Jr. picks it. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going, because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. So after the INT, it's Brady. That's complete to his running back, Evans. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. The fourth touchdown pass of the game for Tom Brady. And the interception by the Bucs D leads to a touchdown. And there they got him the ball. Just get it to him, let him do the rest.
You know, he probably said that to his quarterback as he broke the huddle. I like the play call. Just get it to me. I'll take care of the rest of it.
Helping out his rack, right? RAC.
Run after catch, and he loves that, and he's going to carry that in at contract time.
Extra point safely through, and that will extend this big lead. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
5-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. Welcome back now to Denver. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. The Broncos on third down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
Fielded just inside the 30. We'll call that a 49-yard punt, but a net of just 39 following the 10-yard return. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row. There were blowouts, and in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
Looking to throw on second down. Brady. Evans has it left side. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. The Bucs on third down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. On now, Tucker McCann. On the left hash, this from 48 yards.
A 48-yard attempt.
McCann's kick up and good. And that will just add 3 more to a lead that's already out of hand. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know, in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. A 1st down throw for Bridgewater. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there, it's going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
That's right, baby. They don't want it. 45's the mic. 45's the mic.
And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 32-yard line.
On 2nd and 11 now. Bridgewater. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Sean Murphy-Bunting. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. CD, this defense, man, at this rate, they're just having fun out there right now.
And normally with this type of a lead, if you're a starter on defense, you're saying, hey, let the other guys play. But with this going on, no one wants to come out of the game. They all want their shot at picking off a pass.
And he's not even able to get back to the line of scrimmage. Now there's also a flag down, and it's in the area of holding. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20.
Mike 35, Mike 35. Get that quarterback at all costs. Watch the edge.
6 guy. Check 6 guy.
35's the mic. All right, T, let's turn. All right, T.
He finds some open field here. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. So that one just a little touch pass, but it paid off quite handsomely.
Yeah, and let's face it, the quarterback loves it because it pads his stats as a completed pass for nice yardage downfield. But I like the way they get the receiver in motion. It's almost like he's running a route before he gets the football because he's got a full head of steam when the ball is popped in his direction.
One back in the game. That's Jones, 2nd and goal.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50. Check, 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 check.
And they will take a knee here. And now can they reverse the trend on 3rd and goal with the last 2 plays having gone backwards?
Man out, man out, man out, man out.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. And now can they reverse the trend on 3rd and goal with the last 2 plays having gone backwards? And now what the heck is this? A punt formation from the red zone? He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 16 yards, a first down.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Circle round twice for the encore.
Coming, baby. I'm coming, baby. Woo! 45's the mic. 45.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Well, I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line.
That's good.
7 yards there and a first down. So time has run out on what will be a Tampa Bay victory, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot. But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for the Buccaneers, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they will head home next week to take on the LA Chargers. Meanwhile, for Denver, they suffered defeat for the first time as they dropped to 2-1. And they'll try and turn things around next week as they have a date at MetLife Stadium with the New York Jets. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside